Well, hello. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone, and
Happy Valentine's Day, sweetie.
Yay!
I'm just letting people on Instagram know that we're live, so there we go.
Are we live?
We're live, apparently.
Yeah. Well,
So,
then.
That's pretty good, eh?
It is good.
Yeah. Anyway, please say hi in the comments if you whenever you join us. I'll remind from every now and again. Hey, Janice.
Yay!
Happy Valentine's Day to you too.
Yeah.
So, I need to put my quote. I suggested that if anybody was interested, you missed Monday. Well, so this is great.
Yeah.
So Kat's
Yep.
here. She's going to be doing collage.
Yep.
And
yeah, that works out well. Hello, Kimberly.
Exactly.
Great to have you along. Awesome.
Hi, Kimberly. And I'm just going to get I have it in my photos, the quote, and I'm going to put it in the chat.
And so, while Kim does that, if you guys have a quote about love that you'd like to share, please feel free to put it in the comments for us. It has been a tough time for pretty much all of us, right?
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so Kim had this idea to host a Valentine's Day stream, and I think it's a great idea. So, hello, Philippa. Hello, Lisa. Great to have you along. Yay!
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Philippa. There's my quote that I brought with me. Hi, Val. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace.
Wow.
Hi, Lisa. Happy Valentine's Day. Yes, I'm glad Kat could be here too.
Yeah, me too.
It's more apropos of the day.
Well, exactly.
Right?
So, yeah, we were getting delivery of a new dryer, which is very exciting because we haven't had one that dried for.
Well, it's only air dried.
Yeah. It still ran. It just had no heat.
No heat. So it ran and ran and ran and ran.
And it was scheduled to possibly coincide. But fortunately, they arrived early. It's done. It's out of the way, so I can be here for the full
90 minutes.
Yay.
Yeah, Philippa, what an awesome quote, right? Colleen, so glad you could come and say hi and join us for her however long or short you can. I invited a few people who aren't normally here. Just, it's just a positive thing. We need as much positive, joyful stuff in the world. We need to make as much positive, joyful stuff as we can to help ourselves along. Of course, if we need to also channel some of the angst and so on, that's good too. But I think taking some intentional times to focus on love. Nap trapped. Colleen has an infant, and so young. She's.
Yep. So she says she's nap trapped.
I think baby is sleeping on her, and that's.
Yeah. I daren't move.
Yeah, that's right. Janice, I could play this on repeat. The song "Love Changes Everything" by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Michael Ball. Nice.
And Lisa says, yay for dry clothes and good company.
Oh.
That's awesome. I love it. Hey, Annie. Hey.
Hi, Annie. Happy Valentine's.
Yeah, and happy Valentine's Day to you and Jerry. It's Jerry, right? Fingers crossed.
Well, you're better at remembering than I am. Forgive us.
Yeah, but
if we don't, we don't see your husband as frequently as we see you, so we can't remember his name 100%. You just had a, yes, good. You nailed it. And they just had an anniversary recently.
That's
so
right.
I hope you had a nice anniversary. Yeah, so I like, on Valentine's Day, I like to celebrate all forms of love, all forms of life affirming, beautiful love. So I shared a message of friendship love with my friend Tina today. And yeah, whatever forms of love. Mother baby love, that's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and I, when I was looking for a quote, I was actually searching for quotes that were about loving the world.
Right.
This
right.
miraculous
yeah.
world we live in.
Yeah. Oh my
and
God.
that we are all connected.
What a gift. But
and
yeah.
Pain for someone on the other side of the world, weakens the
net.
rest of
the
net that we're all part of. And so, yeah. Puppy love. He's 11
That's
today.
awesome.
That's awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, puppy and kitten and budgie and
Yep.
whatever else anybody has. Yep. My godmother loved having budgies. She grew up with budgies. Yeah. So she can't have them now because she's got dementia. But yeah, we looked after her budgie Napoleon. And
back in the very, very, very before times when before voicemail.
Yes.
And we had one of those answering machines. So when we came home from our day, we would rewind it to listen to the
with
messages.
Actual tape.
And so we'd rewind the tape, and it actually made an auditory noise, like it went through the messages, and then you heard the beep. So you'd rewind it, and it'd go beep, beep.
Yeah,
and
it was hilarious.
2 or 3 days after we had been babysitting this budgie, we heard the budgie doing that, going
mimicking the answering machine.
Beep. And I just thought, that is too funny.
It was so funny.
And Kim was like, what's he doing? Or I was like, what's he doing? And one of us figured it out.
I think you figured it out. Yep.
Janice says, oh yeah, I had that. That's hilarious.
And Colleen says, lizard love. That's right, because you have a
yeah.
lizard. How's your lizard doing? Happy and healthy, I hope. I trust in your house.
In the other room, so she's not sure. Because she's trapped.
Yes. I mean, it doesn't have to be a report on this exact moment.
Right. The lizard is in the
lounge. It could be more Ba-dum-bum.
Well.
So, yeah. Anyway, is anyone here bringing any art stuff with you? It's totally fine if you're not. I'm just curious to know what you're up to during this live stream. I have brought Old But Still Happy and Healthy.
Yay.
Well done. I have brought all kinds of mixed media stuff. Whoops. Let's not press the key. I have some water-soluble colored pencils. I have some Prismacolor new pastels.
Yep.
I have some Mungyo watercolor crayons because they're so much less expensive than the Caran d'Ache.
Yep.
Plus they're Korean, so
cool.
I like to support Korean. I mean, I really brought a lot because it's mixed media, so I'm like, bring it on. And I held myself back, but I've got some Conte crayons, some Willow charcoal.
Annie says she's trying to get ahead with Februlage.
So great.
Awesome. And Valerie says, Val, aren't you like into like April now with Februlage? She said she was way ahead. So
yeah, seriously. You're in
still
Aprilage.
And yeah, exactly.
I got a little watercolor set.
Where'd you get that from?
I got it from you. You gave it to me because
Oh, I think I loaned it. No, I think you're.
No,
you
you gave it
yeah,
to me
no,
because you weren't using
no,
it.
it wasn't. It's true.
Water-soluble graphite, one of my favorite materials.
Yep, in both pencil and
this is my favorite,
yeah.
the thick sticks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lisa says Inktense. Love those.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have said that. They're Inktense, water soluble.
The pencils are good. The sticks are amazing. Colleen says, Baby did his own Valentine's Day cards this year with his feet. Awesome. Made it a little mixed media with heart gems. That's hilarious.
That's
I love it. Val only has 3 left to do.
Yeah, it's the 14th.
Yeah, and she's like, what is up?
You should have just done 2 a day or 3 a day or something. Because you're so...
Yeah, she's on like day on the 25th or something. Yeah.
I'm also a serious pen lover. So I've got gel pens and paint pens and I have white new pastels. So
all right.
I'm all equipped. You have a much simpler setup.
Do you have any jelly rolls?
Yeah.
Do you have a white one?
Yeah. Would you like one?
I would.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, my kit is much simpler, guys, because I'm me. Thank you. What have I brought? I brought my favorite tools. The trifecta. So that and some things I started on Monday with virtual collage jam and haven't finished yet, and which includes a whole bunch of cutout but as yet unplaced.
Up.
Yep.
There.
Hearts. There we go. Yep. And I just brought two drawers from my colored drawers. One is my neutrals, which are black, grays, whites, and so on, and then my red drawer. So I thought I'd keep things simple. That's still plenty for me. So.
Yep. Now I think we need to move the camera. I think last time we did a joint, we flattened out that crossbar and put the camera up there so it could look down on us and our table.
This one?
Yeah, so it went on the flat part, I think. Straighten it that way.
All right, I will be back.
Straighten it towards the window. Yep. And then, because it puts the camera a little further back as well as higher. That way you can see what we're working on. And I feel characteristically a little bit crazy today because I haven't been properly drawing for...
this one or the one above it?
We have to slant it a lot down. Pinch it.
Yeah.
It might be the one above it.
Okay. Sorry about the...
Yeah, just figuring it out. We didn't have time to do a practice run, so it needs to slant down more than that.
Yeah, I'm working on it. That's as far as it goes.
If you bring the back thing up higher.
I just don't want it falling off either.
I understand. Okay. Well, that shows the whole table, but not us. I think it might halfway between what you had originally and what it is now.
So you just...
There, I can see me, and we can see a bunch of our tables. Okay, so I think that's...
All right.
And they can especially see yours. Anyway, as I was saying... I have not been drawing properly for a long time, and drawing is the foundation of everything for me. So what I thought I would do, because this makes such intuitive sense, I thought I would get back into drawing in public on a live stream. Doesn't that sound smart? Isn't that what all of you would want to do?
No pressure.
So anyway.
Thumbs up from Janice.
Awesome.
Philippa says she's trying to replicate the moon with a rainbow around it that she saw last night.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I went out for a nice moonlit walk last night, Philippa. I didn't see the rainbow though. And Lisa sums up my toolkit with cut glue. Exactly. Yep. That's right. Yep. Cut glue is exactly right.
I gotta have all the toys around me, or I don't know what I want to do otherwise. So. But I'm going to start with something really simple.
That actually sounds like a really great online handle for a collager.
Cut glue, yeah.
Cut glue, yeah, exactly.
For an event.
Yeah.
Cut glue.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, we'll have to see whether Janice will grant us permission to steal that.
All right. Some or many of you know that I've done a lot of work based on anatomical hearts, and I'm particularly enamored of antique anatomical heart illustrations that were done for, serious purposes to understand the human body. And I have a number of examples in here in this duotang. So I'm going to pick something that I feel like responding to do my warm-up. Just like working out, it's always a good idea to do a little warm-up with your drawing and painting. Well, I think I'll start with this one. I'll start with that one. Try to fit a lot of things in a small space here. Okay. So warming up, I'm just going to be really loose. I'm not worrying about replicating it. It's just going to be making some lines, inspired by what I'm looking at. Looks like it's blasted out on the camera.
Well, do some work on it and then hold it up to people once you've got a little further along.
Yeah, they'll be able to see what you're doing better.
Well, mine is more graphic, it's true. So.
Yeah, fine lines on white paper. The camera just isn't excited about.
It has a little moment, yep.
Yeah. Oh, it's so pleasurable doing this. Well, I also had this problem of I had a bad case of trigger finger, which caused my finger to not operate properly in my dominant hand. And then I got a wrist issue, so they're all coming along nicely. Finally.
So does anyone, I think I asked this on Monday, but I'll ask anyway again because different audience.
Yeah.
And maybe you've changed your mind. Does anyone have any fun plans for Valentine's? Don't have to. Just giving your sweetie a hug is a good way to start.
Not everybody has a sweetie.
That's true.
Yeah. And for some people, Valentine's Day is a holiday that makes them sad. But
right.
Hopefully, I've seen the term Galentine's Day, which I think is spend it with people you love. You don't have to be attached to have people you love. Your mother used to celebrate Valentine's Day in a big way with the whole family.
Yeah.
And she sent out Valentine's cards to all your cousins all over the place. There were a lot of cousins.
My mother sent out homemade cards to like
dozens,
20 odd relatives.
Yeah.
At basically several
holidays a year. Yeah.
Valentine's, Easter,
Halloween.
Halloween and Christmas, I think. So, yeah.
Yeah. So Aunt Gladys was...
Yep, she was
famous in the family.
She didn't drive, but she came to visit through the mail.
Yes. Yeah, it's always amazing. We have her paper cutter, a serious heavy duty paper cutter that she needed to produce all these cards every year. Oh, it's just fun noodling around with drawing again. God, I have missed this sensation.
So, Sharon Kirsch has joined us.
Oh,
hello,
Sharon! Yay!
Hello. She says, Happy Valentine's Day, and to you, Sharon. Lovely to have you back and along. And Colleen says, You're in good company. You've got this, Kim.
Thank you.
Valerie Fitzpatrick. Hi, Kim and Kat.
I recognize that name.
Creating this positive and fun event.
Oh,
yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us, Valerie. Yeah. Really appreciate it.
Jog our mind. Where do we know you from, or does?
Yes, love Valentine's Day. Yeah. I think it's great.
Yeah. And Annie says, I think we're Uber Eatsing, which is great to actually get takeout in a timely manner. Yep, that's nice. That's a good idea. Yep. Colleen says she got Derek cookie croissant, cookie baked into a croissant. That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be
wow.
right over.
Wow. And, how interesting.
Sonia Young has joined us. Hello,
Hi, Sonia. Great to see you.
Yeah. And Colleen says, starting to see the contrast on your page, Kim.
Yes, now that I'm getting more darkness in.
Yep. The gusto is coming through. Can you pass me that little ruler sticking out of your...
Yes.
Thank you.
There you go.
Awesome.
You're welcome. I'm going to dig in with color in a little bit. But it's fun here in the grayscale world. Getting those values in, you know. Also, just being really loose, keeping my wrist loose, that's been so fun.
It's, I'm still not used to the idea that this is a long weekend coming up, isn't it? Because of Family Day.
Oh, is it?
Or is it next week? No, I think it's next week.
I bet people on this live stream will know. Please let us know. We're so clueless when it comes to long weekends.
Put us out of our misery, guys.
Because we don't work at traditional jobs. And we're not raising children or anything.
Weekend, Janice says. So thank you, Janice.
Thank you. Yep. So it's a long weekend. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Valerie says, I took expressive painting with Kim a few years ago at HSAT. Loved the course. Got me started on a new journey with my art. Awesome.
Fabulous. I knew I recognized your name, but there are just honestly so many names that I can't necessarily place them unless I see them in repeated events, repeated courses, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm so pleased that you joined us, and I'm delighted to hear that it set you off onto an interesting new track, and that's just great.
And not surprisingly, Sharon has contributed a quote.
Oh, fabulous.
How you love yourself is how you teach others to love you.
Very good.
Yep, Rupi Kaur.
Seriously.
Yep,
Rupi Kaur is amazing.
There's truth right there.
She's from Brampton.
Oh, yeah?
She's
cool.
South Asian Canadian. I don't know which country Canadian. And brilliant. She's absolutely brilliant. She has a Netflix special of her doing her poetry.
Awesome.
And she has books that include her little drawings. Yeah. Nice. Some of you may have missed my quote, so I'll just read it out here. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace.
Well, and what perfectly appropriate, because of course you chose it with care, right?
Well, it was funny. It was like the first one that I came across that felt like
out, right? Yeah.
The right, because I was thinking about love of the world, and
yeah.
I really believe in how important it is to spread. Our culture spends a lot of time on romantic love, fine, and I think familial love takes a back seat to romantic love in terms of what we're constantly getting messages about in our media and culture, and those are both important kinds of love, but we all need community, and to be in community where you experience love of community and love from community is an incredibly powerful thing. Friendship is incredibly powerful. And then just going bigger. There's a Buddhist concept of metta. You do metta meditations to give yourself loving kindness, give others loving kindness, and then give all beings loving kindness, because we're part of a world full of other people and other beings. Pet owners will appreciate that understanding. And it's the disconnection from love and the disconnection from that connection that is one of among the fundamental things that are troubling our times. I guess I'm trying to find ways to put it that are not, I'm not interested in being inflammatory. I'm not interested in being, triggering anybody, because this is a positive experience. And so I just think it's really important to spread positivity. And so I think artists, any kind of creative, that is to say, practitioners of any kind of art, but also people who are creative in other ways, just creating new things in the world. If there are ways to inject more love and more amplify positivity, not toxic positivity, like real suffering needs to be given its space, right? But to welcome and make space for beautiful, joyful experiences. I just feel like that's, there are a lot of things I can't do and can't change, but I feel like that's something I can actually contribute to. So I'm really grateful to have you on the journey. Okay, let's get this thing in.
Colleen says to Valerie, Kim and Kat were a big influence on her start to her art journey as well. Yes, then now a flourishing interior designer, and entrepreneur.
Yes, so proud of you, Colleen.
And Sharon says, great quote. Yeah.
Thank you.
I agree. Sharon.
It's attributed to Jimi Hendrix. Did I say that?
You didn't know, but you did in the
I did in the. If you scroll up in the chat, you'll see it there. But amazing. And think how young he would have been when he said that too, because he was so young when he died.
Yeah. And Margaret Buckworth. Hello, Margaret.
Hi, Margaret. Glad you could make it.
She says, Sharon, I remember you once said you love hearts too. So
yes. Yeah. I'll let Sharon share what she's been making with hearts, but I happen to know she's been making some things with hearts.
Sharon always makes things with heart.
She puts her heart into everything. You're absolutely right. You're a big walking heart, Sharon.
Yep.
That's one of the things I love about you. We have a lot of beautiful people here with us today, and I'm glad. This makes the day special.
I feel like we had lots of good friends and colleagues when we were graphic designers, and we're still in touch with a few of them, and they're dear friends.
Yeah.
But I feel like the number of really special people we've met since we moved into art.
Oh.
And
the nature of the connections, I think.
It's just it really,
it's amazing.
Changes it, and it's we feel very, very blessed to have a really wonderful, like so many people, right? Who are wonderful. Someone when I described it, they said, "Yeah, you found your tribe," and it's true. Like, and my tribe does not have any other than love and creativity. I mean, that's pretty much it, right? And
that's great. Yeah, exactly. Wow. When I look on the screen, it looks like a heart. Yeah, that's funny. That reminds me, one of the things I often do when I'm trying to figure out a work in progress and trying to figure out what's going on, because you just get too close to it mentally, not just physically, is I take a photograph of the piece and look at it in the camera or on a screen, and I see it really differently.
I was teaching a class yesterday online and doing a collage while my students were doing the same. And I had my overhead camera on, and I kept looking over at my screen, and it gave me this
perspective.
Yeah, it was great. It was
instant perspective.
Able to check it, see it differently than I was seeing it in front of my nose. So yeah, it's really beneficial.
Ooh, this heart feels alive. Okay, I'll hold it up just for.
Are you pumped?
Just for yeah, I'm pumped. Whoops. Oh, it blasted out again. I had a good angle or something, and then it blasted out.
It needs to. There, it's adjusting, I think. Just give it a second. There, now it's adjusting, I think.
Yeah, it's blasted out.
Oh, well.
Well, you got a glimpse of it not blasted out anyway.
Val says, Sharon Kirsch is a gifted artist and wonderful teacher. I have learned a lot from her, too. Yes, we agree.
Yep. Hear, hear.
Awesome. And Sharon Kirsch says, "Oh, thanks you two, making me smile. Yay!" you four, she said. And Margaret Buckworth, I think, in response to your heart, says, "Wow,
thanks, Margaret." Yeah, it's looking alive, which is kind of fun. Sharon, I'm trying to think how many years ago it was that you took that acrylics class with me, where we began our now pretty long connection.
Was that
that was when we were in the they put us in it was oversubscribed, and they put me in the glass blowing studio because they hadn't turned on the furnaces in time to be able to run it. It was a long time ago, though, because I don't know if that was the first or the second time I ran that course. Acrylics, explore, express, and experiment. Thanks, Colleen. Reminds me of Saturday Night Live. Gonna pump you up. Well, and see what I'm wearing today? This is one of my heart works. Called Tangled Heart, No Blood Left, based on a brush and ink drawing I did of the blood vessels in the heart. So, okay, I gotta get some color in here. So let's see about that. And, oops. Well, that brush isn't going to do me much good, is it?
Sure it is.
What happened to the handle? Can't even see it. Oh, well. There. This one's wobbly. Edward brush hands? Edwina brush hands? Okay, I need my electrical tape. Should be here. Go. I'll have to borrow the scissors. So yeah, if this ever happens to you, electrical tape, this is white, but it is proper electrical tape. It has the CSA logo in it. Is a great way to get your brushes back.
Why do you use electrical tape versus other tape?
The reason you use electrical tape, Kat, is that when you apply it, you pull. So it should be under tension the whole time that you're applying it. Never let it be slack when you're applying it. And it's almost like it's shrink wrapping around the contours of because of the tension. It's a very flexible tape and it stays flexible. That's one of the qualities it needs to do. And now I just wrap it onto the handle.
They're all watching with rapt attention. Sorry, guys. Ba-dum-bum.
Yep.
Or not even that. Maybe it doesn't even deserve a ba-dum-bum.
We recently celebrated our 35th anniversary of being together and our 25th anniversary of being married.
And she's still with me. Can you believe it?
And I've been listening to that stuff all that time. I just, if anyone wants to give me an award for hanging in there.
I do. Thank you.
I'm just joking around.
A likely story.
Is that finger painting? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Advanced finger painting, yeah. Lisa.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course. Sharon, the Markham Group of Artists.
That's what I was thinking. Wasn't it Markham Group
that,
of Artists?
And there, in addition to what you're talking about, I did an experimental drawing class workshop that you took, and you were in heaven. I remember you were just like
flying. You
were basically, gravity wasn't functioning for you during that. I met you at Markham Group of Artists when you didn't accept my painting for a show and gifted me with a thoughtful and caring message that got me digging deeper. I am forever grateful for that. Aww. That's nice. Thank you, Sharon.
We've had the privilege of jurying a few times together. And one time we did a jurying in Port Dover, was it? No.
Yes.
Yeah, or down that way anyway.
Yeah.
And and they asked us if we would speak to the people who didn't get in, and of course that's a big deal. But if we wanted to, because we're instructors, so we want people to understand why they might not have got in, that it isn't just a personal judgment, and give them some encouragement, like point out what was good about that. And we had so many really lovely, meaningful conversations with artists who went from feeling, usually anyway, feeling like gutted,
bummed out,
to feeling sort of like galvanized because they got a few insights.
Well, because they knew what actions they could take next to get to the next level of development. Which, if all you get is a no, you didn't get in, but you don't understand why, and that's particularly tricky when you're a developing emerging artist. You're but it happens to it happens to artists at all levels. Artists spend their lives submitting things. Professional artists spend their lives submitting proposals and applications and getting a lot of no's.
Bless you, Janice. Janice says, I'm surprised it's that long because you seem like newlyweds.
Aw. Thank you. That's so sweet. No, remember how young we were? Our skin was
barely.
Our skin was so fresh and smooth.
Dewy.
Yeah. We were both so pretty.
No, I know you were anyway.
You were. Gobsmacking.
And Colleen says, careful, Kim, the electrical tape might shock the heart to life.
Yay, Colleen's joining in.
Yay. Thank you, Colleen. Good to have backup.
That's good. Interesting. I'm wondering why I'm being so polite about the outlines here, so I'm going to mess with that.
Don't color outside the lines, Kim.
Oh, I will. I really will.
I'm just giving you something to push against. And Kim's like, wasn't the punishment enough?
There we go. Let's get something going on here, and let's maybe bring some of that blue in. Absolutely no plan here.
You have drawn the occasional heart before, though.
I have, but
not in quite a while.
Every heart's a new one.
Yep.
Even if I'm using the same source material. Yeah. I'm doing this on mixed media paper, by the way, just in case anybody's interested. Strathmore Vision mixed media. I'm using rather a lot of water for it, so it's buckling a little bit, but that's all right. feel like... Oh, there we go. When in doubt, add all the colors.
Kim's got rainbow Valentine's Day going on.
Well, a heavily modified rainbow.
Well, you're going to, you're only getting started, right? I mean,
there, now it's getting sort of painterly. Which I like. Yeah. Leave some marks clear and soften some of the edges.
bleed the edges. Yep. Bleeding heart. Yep.
Good one. Sharon says, congratulations. You guys are an amazing team. Thank you. We're really enjoying doing a little more collaborative stuff like this.
Yeah. Well, during the pandemic, we
started.
We basically were the wing person for the other.
Yeah.
So, but then once that faded, and you had you had cancer and health issues, and so there wasn't the energy for that for a while. So it's nice to see you recovering and being more yourself. So welcome back.
Thank you. I really feel like our holiday live stream was me announcing that You're coming back.
Yeah.
And this is the reinforcement of it.
She's back.
And my gel plate tutorial live stream too. Yeah. Kat, I'd love to hear some internal thoughts on what you're creating too.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I've been very quiet. Just working away like
as is your want.
A little collage church mouse here.
Yeah.
So these are the continuations. I'll just try and get the angle right. No, that's not too bad. I had started these during my Monday virtual collage jam. And so I had created a couple of grounds, and then I didn't do anything with them. So I cut out hearts from several different reddish colors, red or red related. And then I just sort of formed them into a flower, and then I cut the stem and sort of made the leaves heart shapes out of the black paper. And then this one was just a scribbled, a scribbled ground. And so I just thought, well, what if that was the trail of this one heart going crazy every which way? So those were the result of like having started something earlier and then coming back to it. So that's what I've done already. And sorry. If you're with me on the Collage Jam stream, you saw that what I did was I picked a few pieces of paper and then taped them together. I'm not sure these were the same one. Yeah, they were. But I taped like 3 or 4 sheets together and then cut the hearts through them so I'd get more hearts, right? For cut once, get 3 hearts, 3 different colors.
Right.
And so right now all I'm doing is sometimes the byproducts are really interesting. Come on, camera, adjust.
No. Tilt it down.
There we go. Yeah. So I'm playing, yeah, but I want them to actually see it. Well, there we go. Yeah. So I'm playing with some of the leftovers to make something less expected.
Good.
Because I've got, oh, it's just not quite in camera view. There's my little stack of hearts. So
it looks so cute on the table there.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a little picture, actually.
Yeah.
Where's my phone? There it is. That's like the perfect Valentine's Day picture. That's cute.
If you want, I can take the couple of pieces of crud out. There you go.
And bunch them closer, maybe.
She's trying to arrange them very haphazardly and perfectly.
You got to get the perfect haphazard, right, Colleen?
Yep.
I'll post this photo on Instagram and Facebook. It's a nice when the live stream's over. Wow, what on earth am I doing with this thing? That's crazy. I think I might take some of my favorite graphite. See what happens there. Where did I put the eraser? There it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, good. You can see the fact that it's texturizing. That's great.
That's great. I love it.
Yeah.
So is that charcoal?
It's a water-soluble graphite that I haven't added water to yet.
Ah, okay. Because, yeah, it's behaving in a sort of interesting way.
Yeah, well...
like it's not fully erasing, it's more...
no, it's being moved.
Yeah, which is nice. Yeah.
Exactly. Brush. Maybe my Chinese brush. Ooh, look how dark it gets. I taught drawing for so many years. Portrait drawing, figure drawing, but figure is art, not classical. Some classical skills, but mostly looking at artistic thinking around figure. My drawing hands and feet workshops were always really popular. Experimental drawing, expressive drawing. And then, so, you know, cancer really...
Not recommended.
Yeah. Everybody's different, but it brought a stop to my organic art practice. I still produce some work for, like, the biggest show of my career, with the help of Kat and friends.
Well, you also broke your foot, which doesn't help.
Yeah, well, that was just close. Yes, I hadn't quite finished everything, and it was right before the install.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a beautiful thing to be back at it.
It's a beautiful thing to see you back at it.
So I don't care if I make a complete mess of this, because the mess is the process.
There, that's a t-shirt, don't you think, guys? The mess is the process.
That's funny. 2023 was the last time I taught in Halliburton, a gel plate week-long course, and they kept saying, the students kept saying, "That's a t-shirt. Someone write that down."
Yeah, well, they're not wrong.
Oh, it was really sweet. I should put my colors back after I've used them instead of just randomly scattering them. That would probably help.
Overrated.
Yeah, is it?
Yep.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I'm trying to think how we ended up with a box of Inktense pencils, because I don't think I bought them.
No, I think I did.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Because I used to buy things like that for my
watercolor course?
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Colleen says you should place a couple of hearts on Kim's work to marry the two works. I could, but I'm not.
She needs my consent.
Yeah. This is a relationship built on artistic respect. We understand boundaries. And,
for our next lesson.
We never cross those
boundaries. Right. Never. No. Never. No. You would never just randomly place something on one of my pieces, would you?
Never. But my heart goes out to you.
Literally.
Yep.
For my post, yes. This encourages me to loosen up. Yes, loosen up. Just let it go. It's a very limiting thing to sit down and think, okay, now I need to make a work. I need to make a finished piece. I need to make a work of art. The process is everything, because if you can be kind to yourself, that's one of the things. Like the inner critic has to stay outside the studio door, whatever studio is for you, and just allow yourself to do things that they don't have to make sense. They just are sort of what you're feeling in the moment. You will discover some things that you won't discover by having a highly controlled process where things are supposed to turn out right? I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing in the sense that I am an experienced artist, but I haven't been drawing for ages, so I'm just this is like playtime. I'm in my play space. I won't lift this up to show you where it's at, because the water will run down. Maybe I can do this. There. So you can get an idea of what's happening.
Yeah, no, it's looking great. I love the way the color is just on that side. I know it might change, but it's interesting. Value. Excuse me. Value only over there. And then color.
Yeah. That's interesting there.
Yeah, yeah.
The division in there.
Right now I'm just playing with placing some sort of stealthy hearts that sort of feel like they're still part of what was going on originally, but they're not.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just
cool.
thinking about that as a possibility.
Yeah. Maybe I can sort of make a Payne's gray if I add some gray to this blue. I love how my left hand is clutching this white.
I think that's a great title for a book about artists and depression. Payne's Gray.
There is a very good book out on artists and depression called Van Gogh Blues.
Yeah, that's true.
By Eric somebody or other, but he's written quite a lot of books, but this one is talking about the things that are specific to creatives that specific considerations for creatives. And I found it very helpful. Well,
I think there's a
it didn't really
there's
work, did it?
There's a large overlap in the Venn diagrams between creativity and predisposition towards depression. I think because we feel things very strongly, and so I know depression is the opposite of that.
Well, it tends to go along with sensitivity.
Yeah. So, Colleen says, it's so wonderful seeing your color come back, Kim. Yeah. You've overcome so many challenges. Some of the most beautiful things emerge from the mess. Agreed, Colleen. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, sweetie. Colleen is my honorary niece, everybody. Just so I've known her since she was a baby herself, and now she's a baby mama.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sharon contributes. Here's a quote for that, LOL. There is a magnificent, beautiful, wonderful painting in front of you. It is intricate, detailed, a painstaking labor of love, labor of devotion and love. The colors are like no other. They swim and leap, they trickle and embellish. And yet you choose to fixate your eyes on the small fly which has landed on it. Why do you do such a thing? Yep. It's sort of it's something that we need to overcome that
negative what's that called?
Negativity bias.
Negativity bias that we're all
sort of programmed.
Born with.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
There's an evolutionary reason for it, but it really, most of the time, it doesn't serve us, right?
Yeah.
In our
fortunately.
Yes. For the most part, anyway.
More developed.
Yeah.
Life. Oh, I kind of like that. That sort of shows me what's wanting here. Maybe I'll do some dry lines here. Yeah.
Working with a little dry liner?
A little dry liner. It's one of the things that's nice with this. Once it dries, you can go back over it with dry. You can also go over it with wet, but you get different activity if it's dry. I think that it's a lovely thing to work on hearts. You know, my work has been focused more on the burnt offerings project for the last few years, and into which I injected some hearts, because everything I do is connected. But meditating on hearts, even though it looks like I'm just focusing on the structures are really just the jumping off point for, they're what keeps me in motion. That's it. Working on the structures, working with the tools and all of that. Well, a part of my consciousness is sort of meditating on the heart, the human heart, conditions of the human heart. Yeah. The world has never needed heartful people more than it does now. So maybe I can celebrate that. Because again, celebrating is another beautiful, heart-nourishing thing to do. Oh, I do love some hatching.
And so, what are you guys cooking up in your studios? If anything, you don't have to. You can just be hanging out with us, of course. But
you can be drinking a martini with your feet up. Awesome. That's totally fine too.
Yeah, and in fact, that's a creative act. Sharon Kirsch says, "Payne's Gray, I'd buy it." And Janice says, "Thanks for this. Eric Meisel's Van Gogh Blues."
That's it, Eric Meisel.
I have some others of his. Yeah, it's highly recommended. I haven't read it all, but
I recorded some of it for Kat.
Yeah, so I had like an audio book by my best ever storyteller. So greater love, right?
Yep, that's right. There's some light getting in there.
Is there a crack?
Always. Hearts are full of cracks and scars and bruises. White drawing tools are so magical. See those marks right there? They really look, this is sort of drawing, so I'll soon be able to lift it up and show you. I'm kind of pleased with that. All right, let's get something going on over here. Clean all that blue off of there. Okay. Let's just get a little blush of color. Except for right by the vein. you pass me a paper towel, dear?
Yep.
Thanks. Whoops. Why don't I splatter it a bit?
So it sounds like Colleen's little baby is still still napping, which is awesome. That's great.
Having a good nap.
Yeah, that's good. And Kimberly says she's working on in a collage journal, losing myself in the process.
Yay! Yep. That's the spirit. We're cheering you on.
And Philippa has broken through a block in painting that she's been stuck with. She approached it loosely and recklessly. Awesome.
Woohoo! Yeah. Watching me make a mess is so inspiring, isn't it? Yes, I've randomly decided I'm going to put some acrylic ink on this because why not, right? I sort of feel like this is the heavy color side. This is not going to be just values, but it's going to be, because I believe hearts are messy. I have a piece called Hearts Are Messy, but I think it's just the case. We are complicated creatures. Why is no ink coming out of the dropper? I have to ask myself. Okay, maybe if I... Nope, alright, I'll have to put it on a brush.
So that kind of puts a... Oh, doesn't have to. Just means it's going to be a different piece than anticipated.
I'm going to get it all over my computer. What else is new, Kat says. Whoops. There we go. Interfering with something and even doing things that seem like, oh my God, you're kind of destroying that thing, is a way to potentially take something to the next level. I can do that, dear. You can work on your collage. There we go. Because then it presents you with a fresh problem. Sometimes you can end up sort of spinning your wheels with something you're working on, and messing with it takes you to a new place, allowing your brain to respond differently and come up with fresh solutions.
It's kind of, that's kind of built right into the phrase, right? Messing with it.
Yeah.
Right?
There we go. All better now. My laptop has a keyboard cover, so it fared all right. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to let this dry for a minute. What does JMY mean, Kat? Oh, was that just randomly entered because of the keyboard?
Oh, yeah,
probably. It sounds like we've got some special texty term. Oh dear, and there's something with 2 dots.
Right, don't tell them that. It's just JMY.
Well, I can't see a way to get rid of this comment. I'm sure there's supposed to be a way.
I'm sure there is. I just don't know it.
Remove from broadcast. Okay, there we go. Okay. Ah, good time for a drink. Ooh. I love the surface on this.
Yeah, it's an old gel plate print.
Yeah. Maybe you could hold up that to the camera just so that people can enjoy how rich that is.
Hopefully the camera will show it.
Here, let's get it closer. I don't know what size screens people are on.
It really blasts there. Now the
there. Isn't that gorgeous, guys? I love how rich that is. There we go. Yes, we were cleaning just to break the habit of a lifetime. No, we did a bunch of cleaning for Chinese New Year. Which isn't to exclude everyone else who celebrates the same New Year, their New Year at the same time. My New Year comes from Chinese. That's why I call it Chinese New Year. All right. This is taking a long time to dry, so I'm going to see. Ooh. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to end up with a paper towel that I want to scan. That's happened before.
Yep. More times than not.
And it has been used in artworks. I think this would be a fun place to put your heart.
Yeah, still.
Don't you think?
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
You can have it if you want.
Okay.
You've always had my heart.
Oh. Certainly for a long time. I can't believe we're old enough to say that we've been together that long. I think it'd be awesome to be 36 years old. That's because you're not a kid, but you've got lots of life, hopefully, ahead of you. You're still young enough to be
foolish. Well, there's no age limit on that.
No. I'm quite prepared to be old and foolish. Some would say I already am.
Yep, ditto.
So, yeah. I guess at least their idea of what's foolish. There.
And what do they know anyway?
They know what they know, and we know what we know. This is still damp. Well, why don't I hold up? Because I don't think that'll run. No. Try holding this up. I'll hold this up. You may think it's a dog's breakfast, but anyway, it's an in-process dog's breakfast. Let's get it there. So you see those, oh, it's on the other side. Those white marks. I'm really excited about those. And I quite like, whoops, those white marks too. And of course I've got Kat's little heart in there.
All right, I'll be back in a moment.
Thank you, Philippa. Thank you, Janice. Pam! Yay! You brought your heart. That's what we need. So glad you could make it at all. So No worries about being late. Thank you, Sonia. Lisa, thanks for sharing your love and art today. Great heart, both of you. Gotta run now. Thanks for coming, Lisa.
Yeah, thanks so much.
You've been magnifying the love here.
Have a good Valentine's Day.
Yeah, lovely weekend.
Yep. Family Day weekend.
Yeah. I think that needs a blush of blue. Some of this I'm definitely going to leave as drawing rather than working it with water media. Like, I think those lines I just drew would be nice to be left as drawing. Let's see if I can bring in... Yeah, it's not doing exactly what I was hoping for. I wonder if Violet would do it. Can you hear me when I'm muttering? I just realized I'm muttering because that's what I do when I'm by myself, but I'm not by myself, so I apologize. Yeah, no, I think it needs red. I think that's the thing to activate it. Oh. All right, let's try this red. Yeah, that's what it needed. People often notice that I use a lot of red and blue, and it's because the main origins for that are because that's the language of anatomical art for oxygenated versus deoxygenated blood. But it's also just beautiful how red activates blue. I really love it.
Sorry.
As my friend Tina posted the other day, red is such a power color. It literally brings energy to everything. Margaret says, I love red and turquoise together. That is a dynamite combination.
Yeah. So does Kim, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are two of my colors for my wardrobe.
And Annie says, time flies. Thanks for having us. Got one collage done. Haha, on to day 21. Old is the next prompt, Doug.
Right.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Pup demands your attention. Well,
thanks so much for coming, Annie.
Thanks, Annie, and
have a great weekend.
Have fun with Pup, and we'll see you again online soon.
And your Uber Eats.
Yes, yummy. Philippa says, thanks for brightening up an otherwise rather gray day. Have a great evening. You too, Philippa.
Thanks, Philippa.
And so good to hear about your painting
breakthrough. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Fabulous.
I know what that's like. And
the struggle is real.
And I also know how great a painter and collager you are. So it's got to flow, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So. That's awesome. Yeah, we had sun earlier today.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened.
Where did it go? Where did our sunshine go? I need some black in there. Colleen, if you're still here, can you remind me what your lizard's name is? I've forgotten.
Well, we'll kick ourselves when we hear it, but
yeah,
but
it's good to get a reminder.
Yep. You mean you don't have his birthday in your?
I do not.
In your calendar? I don't know.
I do not. I am a terrible aunt.
Yeah, don't believe a word of it.
Oh. I have my gifts, but I have my limitations, and they are manifold. I guess some of us just have to specialize. That's the thing.
Yep. Specializing is not Kim's specialty.
No.
She's a generalist. As
you can see from all these.
Yep.
This tiny, tiny fraction of all the art things I have in the house. Oh, something feels like something's building here that's kind of nice. Even though it's kind of crazy too. Gotta hold it up. I think I know something I want to do. Oh, I better rinse that properly. Time for some stripes. We never did post our Christmas live stream artworks. Cats was really the one that was most ready for prime time.
I'm so bad about posting. I gotta get better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Soon Kat's going to be posting about yet another show she's having.
That's right. I don't even remember the exact address yet. I'll have to look it up. It's down.
It King Street?
It's
4 King Street?
Yeah, that sounds right. I think it's downtown, and it's through Hello Art, and it's my collages. But
another big glamorous office building. They're just she's not having to deliver anything because they're just moving her artwork from one installation they already had up to the next installation. You just had to give them one artwork in addition, right?
I didn't have to give them anything.
Oh, really?
Which
wow.
was awesome.
That is awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we haven't had much chat action, so I'm wondering whether people have had to leave or are just hanging out, or I know some people did have to leave.
Some people had to leave,
but it's 4 o'clock
but some people
now,
are.
So,
Oh yes, it's 4 o'clock.
Yep.
Well, let me get a few more stripes in.
And then,
but if you can, please say something before you go.
Yeah,
I'd love to say goodbye to you individually.
Margaret says busy making, which is always a good thing.
That's awesome.
exactly, which is great.
That's like when the room is quiet because everybody's busy
exactly.
making.
Yeah, that's always a good sign, right?
Yeah.
And Margaret was an art teacher, so
were you, Margaret?
So she knows. Yeah. Kimberly says going to sign out. Thanks so much. Nice.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Awesome. Happy Valentine's Day, and hope to see you again soon on one of these. So
you can expect more as I dream them up. So please join us. There was something you were saying that I was thinking. Oh, and Margaret, I am sorry that I somehow missed probably through some other channel that you wanted to sign up for that gel plate tutorial live stream. I've been sending it. Lots of people have been asking for it after the fact because it's still available because I've left the replay up. So I would be happy to send you the link and the materials list if you would care for me to do that.
Kimberly says, thanks. Tank is full. We'll carry on. Awesome. Yeah. And Val says, thanks for hosting this. See you next time. See you next time, Val. Sonia says, thanks again. Going to try and make Valentine's dinner in the oven. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good to see both of you. Likewise.
Oh, thanks.
Margaret says, I'm sure it was me. I'm not so techie. Right. Sonia says, I worked on a collage.
Oh,
awesome.
Great.
Yay. And Margaret says, as I think Kat
okay. Well, why don't I send you and you can
decide or not. Yeah.
Gives you the option to watch it or not.
Yeah. You have many other sterling qualities, Margaret.
Yeah. And hey, here you are. You're chatting on the live stream, so you have some tech skills officially. So good for you. Maybe I'll fade it off with dry. That could be interesting. Partially wet. Yeah. It has a different feeling. All right. Well, seeing as it's 4:04. Oh. Janice H., I'll request the link. Awesome. Yeah. That would be great.
So Margaret and Janice.
Janet, you have Janice's email?
Janice, I'm not sure we have your email, so but you can either
You go to my website
and just contact either of us through our website.
Here it is. I'll put my website in the chat here.
Yep, perfect.
And if you go to my website and you look for courses and events and then upcoming, that replay is listed there, and there's a button so that you can sign up for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Co.ca, and that's true for anybody who's interested. Is that I don't know if that's going to be a proper link. HTTPS. I hate having to do all that, but if it's not going to behave like a proper link, then I've got to. There we go. Yeah. So if you don't mind hitting the button on that, and that will it will send you to email, and it will allow you to send an email to me, and then I'll know your email address, and then I can send you all the info.
So I'm going to move the camera down so you can show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Sign off.
Yeah.
So steady as she goes, guys.
Yeah.
Or reasonably steady, if I can.
Just slightly seasick.
Yeah, sorry.
Do it in slow motion.
Sit on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Point it down though, a little bit.
How's that?
That's good.
Is that all right?
And then we can hold this up.
All right. Yep.
Do you want to hold yours up first?
I have a few things to show.
Oh, cool.
You're
working on a few at a time.
Yeah. I've been working with with leftovers, right? So I think I showed this one before. So and then this one I really like because it's very simple.
Oh, that's a beauty. It's like a haiku.
I was going to add something else and I thought, yeah, no, that's all it needs.
It's done.
So yeah, this one I really like how spare it is. And then this one you probably saw in progress because I'm just trying to get the pink showing. There we go. No?
There. Tilt down. Yeah. There we go.
There. Yeah.
Now we can see the pink.
Yeah. And then this one's still work in progress, but
it's again, a bit Beaujolais, but it's on its way.
Yeah, exactly. So over to you.
Oh, right. Okay, let's see what the camera can do with this.
Not bad. Not bad.
Let's straighten it. There we go.
Yeah, that's a beaut. Wow.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Pam says, love it. I don't blame her. I agree, Pam. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think she was saying love it in response to yours.
I think
I saw that.
Right. I think it was
before
yours,
this.
Well, it may have been said about mine and still applies to yours, right? So yeah. Thanks, Pam. And nice to have you. Nice to see you here with us. It's been much too long. So yeah.
Yeah, we miss you.
Yeah. So I think we're
my
done.
Franz Hals imitation here. I just need a big hat. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Day of Love. Let's spread the love.
Yep.
Of all kinds.
Yep.
Aw. Thanks, Pam.
Yeah, likewise.
And yeah, I feel like this is the way. Is that gin? It's not. But maybe you're coming up with some good plans for Valentine's Day. Oh dear. Yeah. So anyway, watch your inbox for my next newsletter next month, and where I imagine I will have dreamt up something else to do.
Cool.
To spread the love.
Awesome.
And so on. So
yeah, but thanks so much for joining us, guys. Yeah. It's been a treat, and we'll see you somewhere online soon. Okay. Happy Valentine's Day.
Bye for now. Just as soon as I figure out how to get it. Oh, there we are. Finish.